Okay, so today I'm going to tell you how to do your crickets. It's basically just moving one foot under the other and back again. So let me show you. You want to be propped up on your elbows. Oh, I've got a hanging bit. Propped up on your elbows and your feet in the air, ankles crossed. You're going to do one sweeping motion and put the top angle now on the bottom and back again. Okay? Now let me show you from the front. Back on your forearms, crossed, one sweep and back again. Woo! Okay, now it's your turn. Good luck! Hi everyone! So today we're going to be, for our move of the week, stretching out our quads, stretching out our hamstrings and stretching out our abs. We're going to do 4 different movements like we do normally, and there's going to be slight variations. So if you feel like this is too easy or too hard, you can push yourself at your own pace. You don't have to really push yourself so hard and then injure yourself. You'll be absolutely fine. And it's something, if you do every day or every week, 3 times a week, you will start seeing improvements. So just stick with it. Everything will come when you just keep practicing. Don't worry about the pace. Everyone is different. Everyone's got different strengths. So the first one we're going to do, we need to stretch out our quads because that's what actually straightens our leg. So to do that, instead of the standard standing up, holding your leg, and that's pretty much it, wobbling everywhere, pulling your ear, whatever you want to call it, we're going to do one which is the same movement, but it's going to be laying on the floor. So you don't need to wobble. And the only way you get a stronger stretch is really by pushing your hips forward. And that obviously lengthens your quads. And if you keep your foot tight, you're going to feel it massively. Okay, so the first one, lying on your front. So remember, we're going to start on our front. We're going to straighten our legs and lift one leg up, tilting our hips forward and really stretch out those hamstrings. So come down onto your front, prop yourself up by your forearms. Then you want to bend one leg and hold. I like to hold it this way and get my elbow in my back, but whatever's comfortable, you do you. But really you want to then tilt your hips forward into the floor as if you've got something onto your hip and you really want to smush it into that floor. So hold your foot and start pushing your hip downwards. You'll really start to feel it in your quads. So try that a couple of times on each leg. Hold it for a good 8 seconds and let me know how you get on. See you later. Okay, so this is going to be the second stretch for this, and this is going to stretch out the hamstring. So I have such tight hamstrings. It is so painful. I really struggle sometimes if I don't stretch out enough because I can't even sit on the floor with my legs straight, sitting up at 90 degrees. They just get so tight. And it's mainly in winter where it's colder. And this is kind of the only stretch you need to do the splits. So if you're trying to do front splits, not box splits, this is the one. Well, there's 2 and this is one of the 2. So this is what I'm going to show you to stretch out your hamstrings today. And I really hope that if it hurts too much, just kind of take it back a step, take it easy. You can totally do this at your own pace as well. So don't push yourself, don't injure yourself. Okay, so this is what you have to do. If you can get like a chair or a bed, depending on how flexible you are, even a shelf if you're like mega flexible, that's all you kind of need. You just need something to put your leg on. Okay, so we're going to stand up first of all. You're going to stand up facing the object. So the camera's at a slight angle. I'm going to move it back a little bit. And then you get to see a little bit more. So stand up straight, put the leg out straight. You can't, is my hamstring stretch. And then you're just gonna lean as far as you can. I don't want you to round off your back like that. That's not stretching it. Keep it straight and fold into it. If your knee starts to buckle or that is hurting way too much, even just standing up there, drop it down to something lower. So I've got a chair over here. Just gonna twist the camera around. Okay, my lovely chair. Put your foot down and lean into it. Okay, so the third stretch is going to be a slight variation. So it could be a phoenix in yoga. And it's just to stretch out your abs, because obviously you've lifted your legs up, you've engaged your lower abs, and now you need to stretch them all back out. So we're going to do this basic stretch. You can do it in 2 stages. You can either stay as the phoenix or you can straighten your arms. And if you've got a really flexible back, you can straighten your arms and you'll get a much stronger stretch going through your abdominals. So lying on your front, this is the phoenix. You need to quite bend your back, so if you haven't warmed up or anything, I would suggest definitely warming up before doing any of these stretches. You don't want to stretch cold, you are just going to injure yourself. So definitely do at least a 10-minute warm up, or after exercise. This is great, but don't do it cold. You're really going to pull all of your muscles and they're not going to want to be moved. They haven't got that energy flowing through them. So just really, I cannot stress, it is so important to warm up. But this is the phoenix. If you recognize it in yoga or Pilates, you might be familiar with it anyway. So all you're doing is elongating from your neck all the way down to your belly button and stretching. I don't want to see any shoulders like this. They want to be really far away from your neck, from your ears. And if you feel like you can, push up. I don't, again, want to see arms like this right into your ears. I want them nice and straight and head back. I then like to move back into a child's pose just to make a nice transition, to keep the back fluid as well as the abdominals. So you're going to start like this, and if you feel like you can, move your hands back slightly, straighten your arms and look up. Then you can roll back, head down into your child's pose, and you can do that a couple of times. Cobra to child's pose, and that will lengthen your abdominals. It will stretch them out really nicely. You can also do this a few different ways, or for a few different reasons, but it might stretch out your back as well with the child's pose. But let me know how you get on, and good luck. Okay, so this is the last stretch. So by propping ourselves up, we've been really engaging the middle of our back, right between our shoulder blades. So we want to stretch this out now. We don't want to really keep all the muscles so tight and then you'll just get backache. So let's stretch them out. The child's pose will help anyway with this. So we're going to start just sitting or kneeling. You can do it standing up, it doesn't really matter. We're going to interlock our fingers, push down, round out that back all the way up to the ceiling, hold, bring it round to the side, and the same with the back. Interlock the fingers and see how far you can stretch it out. That'll do your shoulders as well. And then we're going to start again, push down from the bottom all the way up, bring them round, and then we're going to start down and push it up again. Hopefully that will loosen up your shoulders and your back a little bit, and let me know how it goes. Let me know how you get on with that. Let me know what objects you find, and let's get stretching.